Hello and a very good morning, everyone. How are you doing today? Welcome to today's Market Outlook. Edmund here. So today is a Wednesday, 29th of July 2020. We had a very interesting and productive Monday and Tuesday already. And for today, the market's movements should be centered towards the US trading session, as we will be having the FOMC statement and also press conference towards 2 a.m. on Thursday morning, local Singapore time. So let us have a quick look and see what is coming up today in terms of the economic calendar. Early this morning at 9:30 a.m., we had the quarterly consumer price index numbers released from Australia. The numbers came in at negative 1.9%, which was slightly better than market estimates of negative 2.0%. Okay, so the data at 9:30 a.m. this morning did not really have a major impact on the Australian dollar. This morning at 9:30 a.m., which was this one, it marginally pushed down the Aussie dollar by about 16 pips. And then after it came back up about another 16 plus 8, came back up another 25 pips. So it is largely non-impactful for this morning's data. Again, I'm expecting most of the major movements to start at about 7 to 9 p.m. local Singapore and Malaysia time. Okay. So, other economic data coming up for this afternoon are minor economic data, such as the German import price numbers at 2 p.m., followed by the Credit Suisse economic expectations report at 4 p.m. Towards 4:30 p.m., and from the UK this time, we will be having the monthly M4 money supply numbers, followed by the mortgage approvals data, and also net lending to individuals. So, again, these are relatively minor economic data, and moving towards the evening from the US, we will be having the goods trade balance numbers, and at 10 p.m., the pending home sales data. Crude oil inventories will be released at 10:30 p.m. And again, I'm expecting markets to start to build volume and also momentum, and also develop some chart patterns leading up towards the 2 a.m. FOMC statement on Thursday morning later today. Okay, so a quick look and see what other data came out yesterday. In terms of the US dollar movement yesterday, the US dollar managed to pause its 8-day bearish run ever since. Okay, here we go. Okay, officially it was pretty much earlier than that, but most recently it was over here on the 17th of July. Okay, on the 17th of July, the US dollar was going down. Okay, on the 17th of July over here, and after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days of bearish run, the US dollar finally managed to find some ground and found some support. And for yesterday, the US dollar was consolidating. Okay, but bear in mind the US dollar has been weakening since 30th of June. So it is about time the US dollar found some support, and yesterday was a consolidation phase. Okay, so that was for the US dollar moving sideways for yesterday. And other minor economic data which was released yesterday was the US consumer confidence numbers, coming in a little bit weaker than expected. The numbers came in at 92.6 versus market expectations of 95.0. Okay, this could be due to the recent surge in COVID-19 cases, which were reported since the end of June all the way until the present day. Okay, the Richmond Manufacturing Index came in slightly better, rising to a reading of 10 from a record low of negative 54 in the month of April. Okay, again, all eyes will be towards tonight's FOMC statement meeting. FOMC statement announcement at 2 a.m. local Singapore time, followed by a press conference at 2:30 a.m. So the Federal Reserve, of course, is expected to keep the interest rates unchanged, and also continuing their asset lending and also stimulus programs going. Okay, so we may look for some details on yield curve control, which the Fed could implement in the month of September. So tonight's FOMC meeting and statement will be of particular interest to currency traders. Okay, so let us move on to the technical side. Again, we saw the US dollar index for yesterday. It was consolidating within a range of 93.4 and a high of 93.95. So as the US dollar was consolidating, we saw the UK pound initially also consolidating. However, towards the US trading sessions at about 1500 plus 5 hours, if you're in Singapore or Malaysia, this will be 2000 hours. So 2000 hours refers to 8 p.m. local Singapore and Malaysia time. And we saw the UK pound rising from 1.2860 all the way to a high of 1.2949. Excuse me. So yesterday's move during the US trading session was for 88 pips all the way up. So again, it was a nice move up. If you manage to catch anything from 30 pips or 40 pips movement, that would have been great. And the move started as early as in the UK trading session at about 11 plus 5. This is 1600 hours at 4 p.m. Okay, so for today, we are looking towards a support level. Currently, it is at 1.2919. To a lower side, it should be moving towards these levels of 1.2860, and towards the upside, there is still potential upside movement for the UK pound to the next levels of 1.2989. Okay, so that is to the upside and to the low side. So from the current prices of 1.2934 and to the upside of 1.2975, we have another upside potential of about 30 to 35 pips. 35 pips to 40 pips. Okay, and towards the downside, we have a potential downside movement of between 25 pips to a maximum low of about 50 pips. Okay, to the low side. So moving on to the euro dollar. The euro dollar was largely consolidating as the US dollar was ranging and also consolidating for yesterday. So we saw the euro dollar touching a high of about 1.1774 and a low of 1.1698. It is a range of about 75 pips during the Asian trading session as early as 8 a.m. local Singapore and Malaysia time. The euro moves down to a maximum range of about 70 pips, and then after it was just trading in a very tight 36 to 40 pip range throughout the evening. And as of this morning, it is still largely very quiet. You can see the candles being very small and very short candles. Okay, so yep, same goes for the UK pound. So for the euro dollar, currently we are looking at support levels of this particular low, 1.1679, which is about 35 pips to the downside. And to the upside, we are looking towards the next target price at the resistance of 1.1775, which is 45 pips to the upside. Okay, bear in mind the euro dollar has been on a bullish run for a number of weeks, and currently it is finding some resistance at 1.1775. It could be going for a consolidation before deciding whether to move up higher or move back down. Okay, so watch for the times again, 2 and 4 p.m. and 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. So US dollar, as you can see, against the Japanese yen, the US dollar continues to weaken about 66 pips yesterday, and currently it is also gone quiet, trying to find some consolidation. So moving on to gold prices. Again, gold prices were very exciting, especially on a Monday and Tuesday. On Monday itself, it shot up about $45 US, and on Monday itself, early in the morning at about 6 a.m., it went up to a high of 1,981, moving up $40 US, and then a couple of hours later, sharply or gradually pulling back from 1,976 all the way to a low of 1,907 US. Okay, so the retracement or the pullback was for about $70 US, and again, if you manage to catch anything from a 10 to 20 US dollar movement, that would have been a great trade for the month. Okay, so after pushing back down, the gold price actually managed to find some support and retrace back at about 11 plus 5 again. This is 16, which is 4 p.m. local Singapore and Malaysia time. Pushes back up from 1,912 all the way to high of 1,961, going up about 49 US dollars, and currently it's also gone quiet. Okay, so to the downside, of course, we expect the US dollar potentially, if it does come down, to touch the support levels again, which is at about $20 to the downside, and towards the upside, at the moment it is looking at this resistance. So to the upside is only about $7 away, or maximum to a high of 1,962, which is about $11 away. Okay, so that is for the gold prices. A quick look at silver. Silver also mirrored the behavior and movements of gold yesterday, moving up strongly in the Asian trading session. However, the pullback was larger, coming back down about $7 after going up about $3.80. Okay, so the pullback down was about double the volume or double the amount of the movement up. Okay, so again, silver prices managed to gain some stability towards the US trading session, and currently it is also finding some support at these levels. And towards the upside, we are looking towards these levels here. Okay, towards the upside is sorry, I'm still looking at gold. Okay, towards the upside is still 1,958. Currently, gold prices looks like it's trying to bounce up. Okay, sorry, silver is this one. Okay, again, silver prices mirrored the movements and behavior of gold, moving up about $1.60 in the Asian trading session, and then coming down $3, almost $4. Again, silver prices retraced back more than double its upward movement in the Asian trading session. And of course, silver prices managed to stage a strong recovery, and currently it is it's a bit quiet. It's gone quiet for a while. Okay, so again, I'm expecting more action towards the US trading session and leading up towards the FOMC statement. Okay, so this is for silver. A quick look at the oil prices. Again, oil prices are not moving much. They are largely consolidating, so it is still trading within a range of about high of about 42 US dollars to a low of $40.91. So it's just a range of about $1 $1 US dollar range. Okay, so let us have a look and see what else. Bitcoin, again, there's not much liquidity in trading Bitcoin, except for the last 2 market days where we saw gold prices shooting up. Bitcoin also managed to follow suit. Technically, some people view Bitcoin as like a secondary or maybe the third choice safe haven. Okay, so Bitcoin also went up on Monday and Tuesday. However, for the since yesterday evening in the US trading session until currently, Bitcoin has gone quiet. Okay, so yeah, that's Bitcoin. A final look, which is at the S&P 500 in the indices. So S&P 500 yesterday was mostly consolidating. It ended on a bearish note, and currently it is also looking to consolidate, but it is looking slightly bearish for the S&P 500, and the current downside would be support levels of 3,205, about 3,205, about 12 points down, and also to the upside we are looking at a resistance of 3,242, which is about 23 points to the upside. Okay, further break of this support, if this support does break, this is the short-term support. If it breaks, we are looking towards the next levels of about 3,168 points, which is about 50 points to the downside. Okay, so I'm pretty sure the S&P 500 is again waiting and anticipating for tonight's US trading session, and also the behavior and movements towards the FOMC statement at 2 a.m. Okay, so these are the instruments that we are looking at in terms of the news and also in terms of the chart patterns. For gold prices, a lot has happened over the last 2 days. For today, it will just take a more gradual and a softer approach. Again, pending tonight's news and pending tonight's FOMC statement. So I hope you guys have a great trading day ahead and stay safe. And I hope you guys made some good profits over the last 2 market days. And I will see you again tomorrow. Thank you. Take care. Bye bye.